Chapter 25 Direct and Indirect Speech. Reported Speech. A. Read the following sentences. Riya said, Priya dances very well. Riya said that Priya danced very well. My mother said, Rahul is studying seriously. My mother said that Rahul was studying seriously. In sentences 1 and 3, we have given the exact words used by the speaker. This is called direct speech. In sentences 2 and 4, the words of the speaker are reported without using the actual words. This is called indirect speech or reported speech. Remember, when the exact words used by a speaker are reproduced within inverted commas, it is called direct speech. When the substance of a speech is conveyed in the reporter's words, it is called indirect speech. The exact words used by the speaker are called reported speech. The verb that introduces the reported speech is called reporting verb. Example, the teacher said to me, you will not pass. Reporting verb, reported speech. Direct speech. The reported speech is enclosed within inverted commas and the first word begins with a capital letter. A comma is put after the reporting verb to separate it from the later part of the sentence. The verb in the reported speech remains unchanged. Indirect speech. No inverted commas are used. No comma is put after the reporting verb. The reported speech is introduced by the conjunction that. The verb in the reported speech changes. Rules for changing direct speech into indirect speech. Change of tenses. While changing direct speech into indirect speech, the tense of the direct speech is changed according to the following rules, which are similar to the rules of sequence of tenses. If the introductory verb is in the present or the future tense, the tense of the verb in the direct speech is not changed. Examples: direct. The child says, I am thirsty. Indirect. The child says that it is thirsty. Direct. He will say, I know you. Indirect. He will say that he knows you. If the introductory verb is in the past tense, the tense in the direct speech is changed into the past tense as given below. Will is changed into would. Shall is changed into should or would. Can is changed into could. May is changed into might. The simple present is changed into the simple past tense. The present continuous is changed into the past continuous tense. The present perfect is changed into the past perfect tense. The present perfect continuous is changed into the past perfect continuous tense. The simple past is changed into the past perfect tense. The past continuous is changed into the past perfect continuous tense. The past perfect and past perfect continuous tenses do not change. Examples: direct. I said Renu plays well. Indirect. I said that Renu played well. Direct. He said Rani is dancing well. Indirect. He said that Rani was dancing well. Direct. She said Raja has done his work. Indirect. She said that Raja had done his work. Direct. I said Priya has been singing since morning. Indirect. I said that Priya had been singing since morning. Direct. You said Saisha acted wonderfully. Indirect. You said that Saisha had acted wonderfully. Direct. They said Radhika was managing well. Indirect. They said that Radhika had been managing well. Direct. Rajesh said Mukesh will play well. Indirect. Rajesh said that Mukesh would play well. Direct. I said she can dance very well. Indirect. I said that she could dance very well. Direct. You said he may contest the election. Indirect. You said that he might contest the election. Exceptions. If the direct speech relates to some universal fact, its tense remains unchanged. Direct. The teacher said the sun is stationary. Indirect. The teacher said that the sun is stationary. Direct. I said heat melts ice. Indirect. I said that heat melts ice. If the direct speech states a past historical fact, the simple past tense remains unchanged. Direct. The teacher said India became free in 1947. If the direct speech states two actions that took place at the same time, the simple past tense or the past continuous tense is not changed. Direct. She said Manoj sat idle while it rained. Indirect. She said that Manoj sat idle while it rained. Direct. I said Sudha was singing while Rani was dancing. Indirect. I said that Sudha was singing while Rani was dancing. Change of personal pronouns and possessive adjectives. Pronouns of the first person and their corresponding possessive adjectives of the direct speech are changed into those of the same person as the subject of the introductory verb. Examples. Direct. I said I am well. Indirect. I said that I was well. Direct. You said I am well. Indirect. You said that you were well. Direct. You said we are well. Indirect. You said that you were well. Direct. He said, I am pleased with my servant. Indirect. He said that he was pleased with his servant. Direct. She said, I am pleased with my servant. Indirect. She said that she was pleased with her servant. Direct. They said, we are pleased with our servant. Indirect. They said that they were pleased with their servant. Pronouns of the second person and their corresponding possessive adjectives of the direct speech are changed into those of the same person as the object of the introductory verb. Examples. Direct. I said to her, you can play. Indirect. I told her that she could play. Direct. I said to him, you can sing. Indirect. I told him that he could sing. Direct. You said to me, you have finished your work. Indirect. You told me that I had finished my work. Pronouns of the third person and their corresponding possessive adjectives of the direct speech generally remain unchanged. Examples. Direct. I said to her, he has played well. Indirect. I told her that he had played well. Direct. We said to them, his father is coming. Indirect. We told them that his father was coming. Direct. He said, she is writing a letter. Indirect. He said that she was writing other changes. When the present tense is changed into the past tense, we change now into then, this into that, these into those, here into there, hence into thence, come into go, ago into before, today into that day, yesterday into the previous day, last night into the previous night, last week into the previous week, last month into the previous month, tonight into that night, next week into the following week. Examples: direct. The officer said to the peon, "You may go now." Indirect. The officer told the peon that he might go then. Direct. The child said to his friend, "I bought this toy yesterday." Indirect. The child told his friend that he had bought that toy the previous day. Direct. Vandana said, "I shall buy a scooter next week." Indirect. Vandana said that she would buy a scooter the following week. Change of interrogative sentences. The following are the rules for reporting interrogative sentences. The reporting verb is changed to ask, inquire, demand, or some other suitable word. If the question asked in the reported speech begins with the verb if or whether, is used as a conjunction. If the question asked in the reported speech begins with question words like what, why, who, whom, which, etc., no conjunction is added. These words themselves act as conjunctions. Question marks and inverted commas are omitted. Examples: direct. I asked, "Were your students happy there?" Indirect. I asked if his students had been happy there. Direct. Why are you looking through the keyhole? Sukhbir asked. Indirect. Sukhbir asked me why I was looking through the keyhole. Change of imperative sentences. The following are the rules for reporting imperative sentences. In reporting imperative sentences, the introductory verb is changed into some such as verb tell, ask, request, advise, forbid, order, urge, etc. Such words as please are not included in the indirect speech. The verb in the reported speech is put in the infinitive. Examples: direct. She said to the guest, "Feel at home." Indirect. She told the guest to feel at home. Direct. I said to my servant, "Sit near me." Indirect. I asked my servant to sit near me. Direct. He said to me, "Please lend me your scooter." Indirect. He requested me to lend him my scooter. Direct. The doctor said to him, "Take full rest." Indirect. The doctor advised him to take full rest. Direct. The old man said, "Don't mix with bad boys." Indirect. The old man advised me not to mix with bad boys. Or, the old man forbade me to mix with bad boys. Direct. The general said, "March forward." Indirect. The general ordered the soldiers to march forward. Direct. The Prime Minister said, "Serve the nation." Indirect. The Prime Minister urged the people to serve the nation. Change of exclamatory sentences. In reporting an exclamation or a wish in the indirect speech, the reporting verb is changed into wish, exclaim, pray, bless, cry, or sometimes such phrases as with joy, with sorrow are added according to the sense of the direct speech. Interjections such as hurrah, alas, etc. are omitted. The exclamatory form is changed into the declarative or assertive form. Examples: direct. The student said, "How sad, we have lost the game." Indirect. The students exclaimed sorrowfully or with sorrow that they had lost the game. Direct. I said, "How lucky you are." Indirect. I exclaimed that he was very lucky. Direct. She said, "What a silly idea." Indirect. She exclaimed that it was a very silly idea. Direct. They said, "Hurrah, we have won." Indirect. They exclaimed with joy that they had won. Direct. The old lady said, "Alas, I am ruined." Indirect. The old lady exclaimed with sorrow that she was ruined. Reporting wishes. Read the following examples. Direct. She said to me, "May you live long." Indirect. She wished that I might live long. Direct. She said, "May God help you." Indirect. She prayed that God might help me. Direct. The boy said to the teacher, "Good morning, sir." Indirect. The boy respectfully wished the teacher good morning. Direct. I said, "Goodbye, my friends." Indirect. I bade my friends goodbye. Some typical sentences. Note the change of the following sentences into the indirect form of speech. Direct. He said good morning. Indirect. He wished me good morning, or he greeted me. Direct. She said to me, "Thank you for the help." Indirect. She thanked me for the help. Direct. He said, "May I go out?" Indirect. He sought my permission to go out. Direct. I said, "Shall I lend you a book?" Indirect. I offered to lend him a book. Direct. He said, "Happy Christmas." Indirect. He wished me a happy Christmas. Direct. She said, "Congratulations on your success." Indirect. She congratulated me on my success. Direct. I said to him, "Are you happy?" He said, "Yes." Indirect. I asked him if he was happy. He replied that he was happy. Direct. The doctor said, "Has the medicine suited you?" "No," I said. Indirect. The doctor asked if the medicine had suited me. I replied that it hadn't